Well, you're not going to believe this. I started to build the circuit, and I got my pattern on there. Just put this magnifying glass on. I got my pattern, so it makes it easier for me to know where to put the resistors for my circuit. And then I realised, when I was taking the components off my experimental board to put them in the circuit board, the resistor up here, the resistor up here, it goes to that's me dropping my phone. Right, well, my camera, whatever. Right, the resistor up here, on my actual board, goes to pin 2, and I made a mistake. Oops. On my circuit diagram, I've got it going to pin 3. That's the non-inverted input. So basically, it's supposed to go to the inverting input, which is pin 2. And, well, because of my wiring, I moved the plastic band out of the way because it's what holds all this lot on here. But when I was following the wires, and I realised, oops, I made a mistake. Well, because this leg here, it goes down to this track, and it goes to this bottom red wire. It goes to this second wire, which goes all the way around back of this capacitor. That's why I'm building a circuit board. It's so much tidier. Anyway, it basically goes to pin 2. And on the circuit diagram that I put on the previous video, it goes to pin 3. Oops, that is a really big disaster. And I don't want to bodge my circuit board, so I'm going to have to make another one. It's connected to my capacitor, and the capacitor is connected to this pin here, and the resistor actually goes in that hole there. So we're going to do another print. I'm going to start again. So I'm just going to get this warmed up. Yeah, I just stuck these in here, so I don't have to lose them. Plenty of room for the paper. So hopefully I'll get the size right the first time. Oh God, now what? It says paper? What? What? There's paper in there, you silly machine. Yeah. Yeah, there's paper. Oh God, what the hell's going on here? Must be not staggered right or something. Right. Right. Try again. Maybe it's because I had the drawer closed. Right, well, I opened the lid and closed it again. Is that it? Getting snaken? Well, oh my God. What the hell? What the yeah, what the? That's no good. Must have got jammed or something. Internal jam. What the hell? Right, okay, we'll try again. Oh, there's a piece of paper in there. Don't know what the hell's going on here. So, yeah, there's a sodding piece of paper got stuck in the machine. Don't know how that's got jammed. I'm just going to pull out my other sheets. Right, I'll see if I can get rid of this piece of paper that's in the machine. Well, that's great. Wasted 2 pieces of paper. Right. I don't know why it got jammed. Yeah, it's not my lucky day. It seems like I'm having problems here. Well, I'm just putting 1 piece in. And see if it takes that 1 sheet. I don't believe it. Well, for some reason, the settings I set before for thick paper, it was set for ordinary, and it's still not. Oh, God. Yeah, I give up for now. Oh, my God, it worked at last. Oh, thank God for that. Yeah. Okay, right. Worked this time. Finally. Okay, right, I've got that one while we're in a, oh God, has it got the lighting the right way around though? Yeah, because once I iron it, it'll be the right way around, yeah. Okay, there's that one's done. Yeah, for some reason it was set for ordinary paper and not thick. Well, this is obviously thick. And I'm going to do the top silk screen as well. I'm going to see if I can iron that on instead of sticking a piece of paper on. Oh, would you believe it? It's got stuck again. I was starting to have second-hand thoughts about this printer, I tell you. This is just nuts. Right, take the paper out because I don't want to waste any. And right, it did pass the print by the looks of it, and it's got stuck in the machine, but it is set to thick paper. Should spit it out now. Right, it did. Fortunately, it's a disaster. Right, I'm just going to put 1 piece in. I don't know why it's getting stuck. Doesn't make sense. But just put 1 in. I'm just going to cancel the print jobs and do it again. Please work this time. Yay! Okay. For some reason this thick paper gets jammed. I don't know why. It's supposed to take thick paper, photo paper, so anyway, at least it worked that time. Well, here's my second attempt. And it's come out even better than the last one. Yeah, I made the tracks a lot thicker as well, because I noticed that some of the tracks were broken, so I'm just washing it in the water and just getting rid of the gluey goo, and it certainly looks better. Actually, there's just 1 corner where a bit of black came off, but that's nothing. I can touch that with my pen. Everything else was fine. It's when I first started to lift up the corner when I was peeling up the paper. But everything else is just hunky-dory, so yeah. I'll go over it with my magnifying glass afterwards and scrutinize it. Noticed actually there was one of the tracks on the foot on it's missing there, so that's okay. I can touch that. So that one there, and there's another one here. So if I touch them up, well, put it in the etching solution, we should be okay. But anyway, I'm gonna scrutinize it all under my magnifying glass to make sure There's no other bits missing. But it looks good so far. I cleaned it up. It looks really good. Except for them tracks that were damaged. And I used a dry cotton bud actually to clean up all the glue that was still on there. Let's get my magnifying glass on the job. I haven't etched yet, but anyway, the tracks that were weak, when I was cleaning it, they actually come up a bit more. Well, that's alright, because it's a good thing that the weak tracks show the signs now, because instead of using my pen, I actually got some transfers the other day, some etched resist transfers. So I'm simply going to reinforce those damaged tracks with my etched resist transfers, and hopefully then it'll be all perfect before we put it in the bathtub etching solution. So yeah, and I got I gave it a good clean with the, oh, there's a bit I missed actually, I think. Oh, it might be just my imagination. There's a bit there. Oh, it's just a dusty bit. Anyway, so it's pretty much perfect. It's just this little corner here as well. I need to put a new pad down there because the pad is a little bit weak on one corner. So it's not a big issue that. I mean, there's plenty to solder to anyway. But yeah, actually, come to think of it, that pad in that corner is actually a drill hole. It's for mounting. It's not even part of the circuit, so it doesn't really matter about that one. Anyway, I'm going to just repair these top two tracks here, right under my finger, the ones that didn't quite get stuck down. You can see what I mean. I've got these transfers. I found the right thickness, and I'm going to overlay this one on here, and then use my pen to transfer that. I can't show you while I'm doing it, unfortunately, because I can't do it with one hand. Right, finished repairing. The damaged tracks are actually up here, which are just these two at the top. Just put transfers over the top. You can see they're actually different colours slightly. So they're fixed now, and I fixed one down here, which was on the edge. So I'll do that corner bit there now. I'm going to use my PCB pen. Oh, this is the wrong one. It's dried up, that one. Got two of these things. So yeah, hang on. I'll have to pause because I can't do it with one hand. And this is the trouble with using pens. It made a big blob. So now I've got to let that dry and then scrape off the part I don't want. So yeah, it's kind of blobby. So yeah, it's still wet. When it dries, I'll just scrape around the edge and so it looks good, because yeah, well, it kind of looks tacky when it's blobbed like that. So I've got my magnifying glass actually. So anyway, at least it didn't run into that little square bit. I don't want it in there, so I'm just going to have to let that dry for a few minutes, and then I can etch once I've cleaned that edge up. The one I touched up. Right here, I've sorted that out. It looks good now. I've sorted out all the bits that were a little bit shady. Anyway, so yeah, I think we're ready for etching now. But this time, I'm not going to leave it for 10 minutes. I'm going to keep a close eye on it. Well, we're going to watch it this time. I'm not going to cover it because I want to know when it's done. Oh, it's just up again. Yeah, well, I can't video it all because of the steam, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. Well, I know one thing, this copper board must be very thin because it's almost done and we've only been at it for about 3 minutes. So, yeah. Yes, it's very, very thin copper. So, we can already see through it. Some of these copper boards you buy off eBay, they're just very cheap. And obviously because the copper's not as thick as it should be. Looks like it's just about done, actually. Yeah, definitely. I can see through it already. Oh, there's some bits still on, some cracks still there, at the top there, just a bit longer. Looks like we're there. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, looking at this, it looks like we're there. I've got it etched now, so it has come out a lot better than previously. The writing, I'm going by the writing actually. To the fact that the writing is done properly means that everywhere else has come out good. Yeah, I'm making the video because then I'll blow it up later and look at it. Yeah, oops, yeah, it's looking about. Yeah, the video helps me when I blow it up on the screen later, then I can tell. Yeah, it looks like it's done right. Good. That corner I patched up, that's done alright. Just go scrub it, clean it. All I used was my nylon kitchen scrubber, which is basically plastic, and some kitchen cleaning paste, which I showed you before on one of my other videos. And I soaked the board a little bit in the isopropyl alcohol, which softened the toner, and it made it come off fairly easily this time. So it come out a lot better. Can't see any scoring on there. I haven't even polished it actually. All I did was scrub it and wash it, and yeah, come out great this time, even better than last time. So I'm really happy with that. So I'm not grumpy now. Just got to drill it. Actually, I'm going to attempt to do a photo transfer of the component layout on the other side of the board. I've never tried that before. I'm going to see if it works. Well, this time I wanted to see if I could get the template for the component layout. I wanted to see if I get that to stick to the component side of the board. So I've just ironed it on and I'm waiting for it to soak, and hopefully we'll have the component layout actually on the board itself instead of me sticking paper on with glue, which is kind of tacky really. So hopefully if that works, then all I have to do is spray it with some varnish or something to seal it in, and it'll look kind of professional. Yeah. Yeah, because on my previous board I stuck it on stuck the paper on, but yeah, I don't really like doing it this way because the paper can cause if it gets damp, it can actually cause partial shorts between the pins as well. And so hopefully the proper way of doing it is to simply transfer it across. So yeah, we'll find out if it works in a little while. Well, it mostly worked. Still wet, I haven't tried it yet. It mostly worked, but there was a resistor it left behind. But because this is just the component side, you know, the pattern, it's not that critical that there's bits missing. But still, you know me, I want it right. So, and because these are not copper tracks, it really doesn't matter if I actually do another one and just place one corner on and iron one part. So instead of doing the whole thing again, I can just do the bits missing. Yeah, we'll have another go and overlap it. It shouldn't matter too much because, as I say, these are just the component layouts, and we'll see how it comes, what it comes out like. But it's definitely working. Well, I actually did it again. It's a lot better. So I've got the circuit board and the component layout on the other side. But there are some little bits missing again. But that's nothing serious. I can live with that. As long as they're marked, it says R8 there, and it says R4. Yeah. As long as I've got those component markings, that's really all that matters. And it's got R2. Let's get the light behind it. Hang on. Hey. Oh, it's steamed up. Right, I've got some bits to clean off the board though. Yeah, it's readable. Yeah, the pattern isn't as critical as the circuit board, but yeah, it's cool that I've managed to get it on there. So it makes it a lot easier when you're putting components in and you can see exactly where they go and everything. And so yeah, it was tricky though. I found out that there were some parts of the board that were a bit shiny on the fiberglass side. The shiny areas is where it had a problem sticking. So it's a good idea actually to use emery paper actually to roughen it up a little bit. I think I'll do that next time. But you learn by experience, don't you? So yeah. So I did clean it really well. I scrubbed it with an nylon cleaning brush and I cleaned it with isopropyl alcohol, but it still wasn't clean enough. It just needed roughing up a bit. But we can do that next time if there's another one. I really need my PCB lacquer now to coat this side with transparent lacquer, but I think I seem to have run out. Oh, I can't find it anyway. Oh well. It seems to be on hard enough. It'll have to do for now. I'll have to order some later when I've got the components soldered in. I can lacquer it later. It doesn't matter. But it's certainly come out better this time. Because the component pattern is exactly where the components are, so that's good. Magnifying glass. Yeah. Got them pretty accurate. Shame about that one. A bit wonky, but at least the numbers are there. Anyway, it's definitely a lot better this time. Well, I found my plastic seal. Well, a tiny little bit was left, so I had to squeeze the can to get the last bit out. So I've painted my board with the plastic seal. I did the copper side as well. It'll stop corrosion. It's actually designed to melt under the soldering iron, so it won't be a problem really soldering. Anyway, I won't drill it yet, so the drill will actually help to expose the copper where it needs to be, a little bit around the inside of the holes. And once it gets started, so I've got to put this somewhere to dry now, because it's kind of tacky around the edges. Yeah. Now you know why I gave up doing electronics. Because of my bad eyesight. Well, there was another amendment I had to make, and that is that the resistor goes to pin 2, and it wasn't wired in parallel with the capacitor, because I'd changed it and I forgot about that. So the actual capacitor still goes to pin 3, but the resistor goes to pin 2. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to put some update screenshots at the end of the video so that we can all get this straight. Oh dear. Yeah, just sometimes when you're having a bad day, you really have a bad day, you know? We all have them. So, right, okay, I'm just going to add that as a still image to the end of the videos. Thanks for watching.